Hello and a good evening to you. Amajo.
Good morning. Good
Amajo.
evening.
How is life?
Good, thank you. Life is beautiful, just as the weather.
Good. Yeah, it's lovely. Hey, welcome to Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. It's Thursday evening. So today we have Rise Up Woman. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a little bit for my first book, Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. Then Amajo will have a conversation with you. I'll go share, we'll come back and then start our discussion today. I'm sure that sounds good or swell to you, right? So I'm reading from page 80, A Teachable Spirit, and it's based on Psalm 32, verses 8 to 9. So I write, are you teachable? Is it easy for you to take instructions from others or people in authority? Going our own way or doing things our way is second nature to us. After all, we control our own destiny. We are the captain of our ship. Yeah, take a little child. At some point of their life, their favorite word becomes no. Remember the terrible twos? Why should I listen to you? I'm in control, they seem to declare. It is so hard for us to submit our will because of our sin nature. And sometimes going our own way and following the pull of our flesh will often lead us astray. The result is misery, confusion, and distraction. Amajo, that's a handful there. I'll leave you to. Sorry?
Very helpful, but very, very, very clear and vivid. Yes,
Mhm.
we am I teachable? Yes. Do I learn from others? Also, yes.
Hmm.
Teachable in the sense that I pay attention, I listen, and I play my part. I I am a very much argumentative in a way, but
Oh,
only I know myself very well. I know me too.
you're telling me.
Yes, I don't need too much, but
Mm.
only if I'm very firm of what I think I'm saying. And I listen, pay attention if duty demands. But I think it's just a few out there that just want to learn and relearn. So because of that, in that aspect, I would say a lot of people out there are not teachable. And that is simply because it's all about what they know, and and it's all,
Mhm.
yeah, what I know is the only side that counts. They don't want to listen to the other part. I've come that close to a person who told me at my age and where I am, nobody can advise me or tell me what to do. Meaning
Oh,
to her,
wow.
exactly. To him, he has seen too much, so nobody can teach him
Actually,
what to do.
yeah,
Exactly.
actually, I've heard that before too.
So you see, not everybody that is very much teachable or ready to accommodate or learn to relearn, because we Africans or we Ghanaians, majority of us seems to think that once we have made ourselves to be up to a certain standard, we take it to, or they take it to be, oh, I know it all. Like,
Mhm.
yes,
But
I've reached a point, so you can't
mhm.
come in and tell me what to do. So they are not ready to listen, or your point or whatever it is irrelevant to them. They rather hang on to whatever it is
Mama,
that they
even as you're saying that, this is what comes into my mind that
think.
isn't it all about this behavior that we have of not having it's our mindset because
Mm-hmm,
we have a fixed mindset. We're not growth.
mm-hmm,
Because if you look at your casa adesua is from childhood to whenever. So you see people of different ages taking on new things, doing all kinds of things. But we limit ourselves. So we say, I've reached here, my pim into that's it.
yes,
Right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Meanwhile, the funny thing is, when you go to the elderly people's home, when I'm on the field going, like, once the weather is better now, we want
Mm-hmm.
children to. The good thing is, we are in a system whereby respect is given to everybody. So in that
Mm-hmm.
aspect, we want even the babies to see old people and respect them and show that love. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, the child development system have a program whereby at a certain period of time, I remember the whole of last 2 years, I think I spent most of the time contacting most of the old people's home in Edmonton, closer
Mm-hmm.
to Mekaneki area. I have
Mm-hmm.
to be calling and making an appointment that I'll be bringing children, about 5 or 6 children, to your facility for them to
Mm-hmm.
visit you, sing for you,
Mm-hmm.
or talk. And I ended up have to explain. It was quite enough to do, but I was very happy doing
Mm-hmm.
it because
Yes.
that was something I never expected was part of my job. But when I got a
Mm-hmm.
chance to do it, I was very, very happy. You see
Mm-hmm.
the joy on the old people. So they have been in the home for so long. They have made these stages of children
Interactions.
and
Mm-hmm.
interaction with children, and for them to see them at that side and acting or talking and saying hi to them and all that was
Mm-hmm.
very fun. I was part of it. I enjoy every single bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
I and but then by the end of the day, I was thinking majority of them might not have grandchildren or whatever, but at that age, their expression towards children was something else.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are from a place where back home, where when you are old and you are poor, you are tagged a witch, and no
Yes.
respect is given to
Yes.
you, and all that.
Yes.
Something that should tell you that for our elder people have put themselves in a certain standard whereby the way is not, there is no space for
Mm-hmm.
the younger generation to penetrate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yes.
yeah blocking many or your penny. See, that kind of relationship is not there.
It's not there. Mm-hmm.
So they can do whatever they want at that point, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't get in or penetrate to say your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the case: if we had a broad mind to see that at every stage in life we have something to learn, and we have a
Yes.
way of accepting whatever comes and go now, we would have been more open, and it shouldn't have just be oh you penny there, oh you penny to that is it. So
Mm-hmm.
have your way. Have your
Amajo,
way, and
even as you are talking about the school system, don't you find that sometimes even the kids they are made to do crafts, write letters or drawings,
exactly.
and they send it to the old people's home. So that link is there, right? Mm-hmm.
They give, they are, I think, grade 12, when you're in grade 12 and grade 11, they get a chance
Mm-hmm.
to have a project where you choose whichever way you want to go. But it's
Mm-hmm.
fun for me to see that majority of the students I had then, they were ever ready to participate at the hospital and at the homes, and they would
Mm-hmm.
make a beautiful billboard, vision board for
Mm-hmm.
them, make a little craft. And um, I I ended up having a few friends of old people that I sent cards to. I exchanged
Mm-hmm.
postcards with them where they,
Mm-hmm.
meaning they are busy there. Anything that you bring on board, they accept it and
They
they
are
are into
willing to
it.
rise up.
Most of
Yes.
them do. Most of them do crocheting and stuff like that. Send it
Yes.
to the new babies' home to give to mothers
Mm-hmm.
that have delivered. I'm part of those.
Mm-hmm.
I received my part. I sent
Mm-hmm.
my thank you card across and all
Mm-hmm.
that. Something that is still in my mind today that maybe as time goes on, I have to master, because it will be my turn to also crochet and send to others.
Mine,
I don't
mine is still sitting there. Nana started teaching me. I
know.
learned one or two stitches, and I'm too busy.
I believe in give and take. And the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of it was, even though they are home, they are just sitting there doing nothing. They try to get them engaged in the community. The
Mm-hmm.
place where I had AUAM, the big Saskatchewan province, in a little town called Broadview, you see these grown-ups coming together, especially those that are a little active and can work.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to do communal work. You see them with
Yes.
their clothes and busy trying to take a little. It's not like the place is dirty, but they still want to keep it clean.
Thank you.
to be very beautiful
Mm-hmm.
and nice.
Yes.
But then,
Involvement at
yeah,
all levels.
but then, yeah, we coming from where we are coming from, since it's not penny, so they are old and we neglect
Mama
them.
Joe. Yeah, Mary, and to me introduce the topic now because I know you are getting right into it. So today is Rise Up Woman, and the question is respect a one-way street? So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to explain what respect is, talk about it, and then we'll zoom into the question, like where we are from. Baby, I hear if answer that question in that context of where we come from. Say, is respect a one-way street? And Tiama, when you say respect, what do we mean by respect?
The part respect actually have a very long meaning, which all makes sense. But the part that gets to me is a process of honoring, a
Mhm,
process of honoring someone by
mhm,
exhibiting care or concern. You are
mhm,
exhibiting the care or concern to the person.
mhm,
At some parts it goes like a positive feelings towards someone or and all that.
mhm,
But the
mhm.
part that I like is the process of honoring someone. So if
Oh,
I'm
okay.
honoring you, I am expecting that you should also honor me. Is that not it?
Mhm.
So I think because of that, we keep on saying respect is reciprocal because it has become give and take. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, mine, what you are saying, you have very good points there. The definition I have too is to admire
Mhm,
deeply as a result of
mhm,
somebody's abilities, qualities, or their achievements, like a feeling
mhm.
of deep admiration. Oh,
Exactly.
and as a messy way there, oh, me person you see any name man, oh, no, do ya deal me so I'm sorry. Like,
Mhm,
you honor that person, you revere that person, you have high regard for them. Sɛ wobu
mhm,
nipa no so sɛ nipa wei deɛ sei ne sei na ɔte on deɛ ɔmpɛ ne ho ɔbu ne ho ɔnyɛ bi maybe you may even hear something somebody saying something and you'll go, oh, Debbie, asɛm a okay de not this person, they won't do that, they don't have that,
mhm,
they are not like that, I respect them because of their integrity, say into there's different reasons or different qualities that we see in people that makes us hold them in high esteem. Oh, they are mature, yeah. But like you say, can you expand on the give and take respect,
mhm. It- since we have said it has to be reciprocal, it's
Mhm,
more or less like if I'm giving you respect or if I
mhm,
feel like I'm honoring you. Let me give an example. I'll get up in the morning and say, "Hey, good morning, mom or dad or whatever,"
mhm,
and I will go down fine and say, "How are you today?" or
mhm,
and go. And then all you do is to just respond, whatever. I keep doing that. Good morning, how are you? I'm gone. No, asking me, hey, good morning, how are you? It gets to a point whereby I would say I've been saying good morning. She doesn't even say
mhm,
back. So why do I care? So
mhm.
definitely you stop. But
Yes.
then give better is the whereby today you say good morning and then he see you and then you, hey, how are you today? Like that.
Mhm,
So if the person is responding to you back. So it's not
mhm,
necessarily like communication, but is the way the person has willingly accept what you give and what is
mhm.
also giving to you back. You get it?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like what in line with what you are saying, I have here said being respectful means that you show consideration or regard to someone or something. To
Yeah.
even the give and take is that, oh, Amajo, to say, how are you today? Then you go, oh, say and say, but not that when I see Amajo, then I'll pass by or Amajo and Chiamin, so I will meet
Yeah.
her. Hello, Miss H. Good to see you. Welcome. Uh-huh. And to know how will you know if somebody is not being respectful towards you? What are some of the signs?
Yeah, it's like I'm worried and I came running to you, Mom, you see, this is my problem. And the
Mm-hmm.
person doesn't seem to cry, or the person, as our elder people would do, suck it up. I was there before.
Uh-huh. No validation. They don't validate your feeling, you know. Yeah. Oh, now wait a
Okay.
crane also.
Hi. You are busy. You are busy pouring your heart out, and now you get from the person. Oh, wait, yes, it be the person when they
Yes. Yes.
you see that that doesn't come well. It doesn't sound
Mhm.
well to you. So definitely you will be demo demoralized, or you will be, I don't know. You'll
Mhm.
be a whole out of the place. Of course,
Like
that's
they
disrespectful.
don't show value. The way they treat you tells you that they
Mhm,
don't hold you. You are not a priority for them. Oh, or not there. Then they push your stuff to the side. But
mhm,
somebody comes and oh, almost there that their issue is so important. And you see it
mhm.
happening. It happens in a lot of relationships, a lot of
Yeah.
family dynamics, and it's causing a lot of confusion. Message say respect is end. One has to be respectable to be. Thank you. I love that. One has to be
That,
respectable to
yeah.
be respected. Bam.
So you
That's it
earn it.
right there. Wow. Then offense like they undermine you. Maybe you make decisions. They, oh now they're way are okay. Every time they are criticizing you or throwing you off. They don't
For
even a
example,
parent. Amajomibo, like a parent, right? You see, when
mhm.
they tell us that when you are talking to your kids, look them in the eye and engage with them. And how many times have we as parents been busy or you are not your mind is somewhere else until they don't feel they are important enough or you are not listening to them, right?
No, ma'am, at times you are looking at them and they tell you, you see, don't look at me, bow down your hair or be looking somewhere. And they are the same
No.
people when they are looking at me. Some people such a cry, oh, your baby. But when you are looking at them, just
Well, Amajo, but those some of those things we have to unlearn it because fear oh, kasa unhwe pani anim it has to so baha. Oh wow. Hello. Hi, how are you? Nice to see
awesome.
you. Welcome. Julius Ketekwati. Oh yeah. I think I know you. Being
Okay.
Kasapi. I'll check you out. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I am a schoolmate. It's like,
Okay.
constant criticism or rudeness.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I say, yeah, oh, Kasa.
And then again, ma'am, it's like a process of honoring. So let's say I
Mhm,
honor this elderly man who is my
mhm,
neighbor, or who is
mhm,
my pastor, I would say, or who is my teacher, who I
mhm,
honor so much. And he
mhm,
takes my respect or my honoring to a different level by abusing that, by telling me,
mhm.
taking advantage of me by touching me in the wrong way, or proposing to me or chasing me. That is disrespect. You are only honoring that person to that standard. That, oh, Papa, where they me buno,
Mhm,
but I think they kind of abuse it that
mhm.
way. Oh, who so now I take advantage. Ogumi, yes, I think it's something that they know that, oh, I thought he respects me that much, so I can take advantage. And then they will end up taking advantage of them
Mhm,
like that,
mhm,
which is very, very disrespected. You
mm.
know?
So that leads me to the next question, sir. Does how we were raised influence our level of respectfulness? You tell
Yes,
your story and I'll tell mine.
thank you. It doesn't. Okay, I I I was brought up by a single father, who know nothing but respect. I don't know
Mhm,
how the army is now, but if I should take my dad and my brother, my dad an officer, my brother an officer
mhm,
also, and these two people, nothing works apart from respect. So me on the other hand, oh, I respect people no matter what.
mhm.
But I also do not take it if I feel disrespected. So
Yes.
because I know I have given you my side, and I'm expecting you respect me equally.
Mhm,
And in my own case, I give respect and I'm expecting respect back. I'm firm
mhm,
on that. I am very, very firm on, don't disrespect
mhm,
me, because I won't cross the line. But you cross it with me
mhm.
and you have it hands full. Yeah, I'll put it that way.
Well, for me, this is what I would say too, right? Like in my time and what I see now is so different compared to back there. And I never thought I'd ever be saying back there. But like your parents are strict, like my father. And then my father, he was an Ashanti man. Okay. My
Mhm.
mom was an Akuapem. Into this Akuapem, my mom's aunt, I think we were kind of closer to my mom's side of the family than my dad's side.
Mhm.
We knew, into any me paucho or me paucho see you, paucho so yeah, boy, like that respectful, very, very respectful. But then it gets to a stage that you are being so good that if you are not careful, people will take advantage of you and think that you are a fool because
Yeah.
hello, welcome. So you feel so well, Jimmy, because you are being respectful, right? Which is fine for me. Like how I look at it is that those were my values. And what I know, and they say, when I meet you as a human being, you are a human being first. I'll respect you because yes, me
Yeah.
who I mean, then I start showing you disrespect. But if I start to see any sign of disrespect from you, then I draw the line at that. I have my boundaries. I have my standards that I was brought up to be respectful. But of course, I had to unlearn some of this when I came here because
Mhm.
we there's something in our system. This is why I say that I did away with those values from our culture that don't work for me. I kept the good ones. And then I threw away, did away with the bad ones from here and I picked the good ones and I used them to run my life. So that means that being able to speak up, "Sayo enyeshi, enyeshi, kom, kom," if when you portray that in career or office situations, you are viewed as being timid. But yen so nyame som no edi ye mu no nti no, we always have this aura that, oh, you have to be calm, you have to be this, oh, when you do. No, like, you know what? In the Bible, there were bold people who didn't put up with things. Jesus did not put up with things. He didn't say that because you're a Christian, so you have to be so timid and let everybody walk over you, right? So you have to unlearn some of these things that we were taught. It's almost like my mother's friends were Kwapim teachers in Konongo. Mpacho say we are Abia. That's how so you come to terms, like you have your standards, and so if somebody comes, you don't go about disrespecting people, obviously, but if somebody wants to disrespect you or treat you like you don't matter, you don't put up with it
Yeah.
because you draw the line somewhere. But
Yeah.
when we're asking the question that does how we were raised, yes, because of how we were socialized, you care for others, be
Yeah.
kind, respect, like it was
Yeah.
drilled in us.
Yeah.
See, good experience, Mr. and Thomas, like it was drilled in us to a fault. But you grow up and then you realize that we're all human after all, and we have feet of
Mhm.
clay. The world is not a
Yeah.
perfect place. And if you go around with this Pollyanna mentality, people want to walk all over you and
Yeah.
step all
Yes.
over you. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it doesn't stop me. Like I still maintain there's something in human society. There's a basic level of respect that every person deserves. So, but if you
Mhm.
are in your interaction with people, if you are not seeing that, then there's a problem, and you do
Yeah.
not need to put up with that. Do you
Yeah.
have any comments to add to that before we move to the one-way street?
Auntie, let's take the schoolgirls and their teachers for example. A school girl from outside, it's known to be respect your teacher at all costs. So if your
Mhm,
teacher instructs you to say, "Hey, take this to my room and stay until I come," that is what you are doing because you are
mhm,
obeying and showing respect to the teachers. At the same time, when the teacher rush on you and touch you in the way that you do not like, the same teacher will say, "I'm the teacher here. If you don't know, you go outside and talk. I will expel you from the school or whatsoever." So at that point, he has put in a fear in you. With that same respect, you come back shutting up and
mhm,
not saying anything about it. You
mhm,
get it? So, so we have to say the way we were brought up and the way we were
Mhm.
raised. If it is good, I will say no.
Mhm.
No, because that actually made students and teachers took advantage of innocent children
Mhm.
and abused them for so long because you can't even talk. That respect is there that you are even afraid to talk because after that, he will put that fear in you that don't go and say anything. And you on the other hand, now we as soon as you see anything, you be collaborating. So you keep quiet, you not do it. They've abused, they took advantage of that the respect and they disrespect the younger ones over and over and over. And this is what we are facing today.
But Amajo, this is the thing that people don't want to talk about too. And then I'll add one more point to it that because of the way we were socialized, that oh, respect, we carry it too far, and then we don't even have a sense of right and wrong. And then too, if you have a parent, there are some people that their mothers would talk to them about certain things. Do you get what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll put confidence in them. So no matter how much threat or however much you threaten them, they will go back and go and tell their parent that this happened. But on the whole, it doesn't happen. It's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, for me, this is how I'll say it. I'll say it plainly. It's almost like we are socialized to just lose ourselves and please everybody.
Yes.
Because Pacho say you are supposed to be this. Now you are bowing and scraping, you know. Let me read messages comments. The environment we grew up in has a lot to do with how we grow up, be it respectable or respectful. Although I believe we can outgrow the negative parts of the past and relearn the positives of everyday life, including respect. Yes, and it has to be a willingness. Sadly, there are people who do not even want to do that work and learn and relearn.
No.
Okay. Because some of us, we've had to take a close look at our values that we grew up with and figure out that this works for me, this does not work anymore. Like, I'm not going to sit here and let you come and tell me, oh, you are supposed to do this way. Why are you not doing it this way? I am not a child. I have a will. This is what I want to do. At best, I can ask you for your opinion. But if I don't follow your opinion, you have no business getting upset with me. I only came to you for advice. I'm the person who makes the final decision. But we don't understand that because we were not taught conflict resolution skills. We don't know how to negotiate. We don't know how to let people be, that allow people to be themselves and have their own independence. We want to run everybody's life or tell people how to live. Any comments from you?
In in addition to that, we it's all like what the elderly says is final. Your says is not count.
See, the serious conversation and dialogue in Ghana. Hmm. Yeah, you are right. Sorry, Amajo. The serious conversation and dialogue. We don't know how to have dialogue. Say, see, ani ebu efuni ya kontokwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've told
Okay.
you of this incident. Amajo, make a story. This funny story. I've said it before, but 2019, na me ba girl penny ya call Ghana Christmas yeah, but Mrs. Aketwa ni kunu si wa airport. Na me see those you can say trolleys no luggage carts no.
Mhm.
Tinti people are two, three people and they are trying to push it. So they are gathering it and taking it back into the airport. Na ba kubu fu ne ho ni ya kan no shake ya na the way I know see no. I don't know, interaction is started from baby nebedu yenchen, but that particular person I was watching him and me catch him and say, oh my gosh, if this was Bibi and Tokwa Bufua or Befa Pentuebi no the Abonipano or something, like this is how angry we get and we don't know self-control. We are not taught how to manage our emotions, right? Until reactions, no. Until anyway, sorry, carry on. I do about say chalk cases more and bam, my knowledgeable sister said, Amen. Eh?
But Auntie, yeah, why wouldn't I be over the top because I feel neglected? You see, it's I am talking about my part. And then you are saying me a penny say oh intimacy their work and definitely if I feel neglected and there's any way how I have to bring the anger in me, I will know it. because I felt like I'm saying my part and you are not listening to me.
Yeah.
And this is where we are today. If you are pushing me down and I feel like I am not being heard, I am not being heard, and you push me to the wall, you aggravate the devil or the animals in me. And then this is what has brought us to where we are today.
Yes.
We having the nobody is listening to the younger generation. Nobody listen because in before the office someone you all do have maybe the obi
Amajo,
kamasem
hold that thought. Yanko commercial, yanko break him right. Ba na watu asuna. Yeah, we're coming to the Hello, so we are back. The book again is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. You can find it on Amazon. Amazon in Canada, USA, and Italy, France, Germany, also on Innovi Books. And the second book is, the first one, Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, Friesen Press, Barnes and Nobles, Google Books, and iTunes. Again, do yourself a favor and get this book. It is a marvelous read. The reviews, if those who are reading it are having a great time and talking about it. I'm looking for something and it's not coming. Okay. All right, give me a sec. I'm a Jody Kosokasa. I'm just fiddling with this
okay
here.
ma'am.
Actually,
You see,
before you carry on, sorry, one thing I missed. Please, when you come on, share the broadcast and let people hear what we are talking about. Okay, please share it so people will hear, get the word, get the message. Thank you. Okay, I'm Ajo Tuasu.
so ma'am, you see, we are in an environment whereby here you are not allowed, even as a teacher, you are not allowed to tell your student that you are being disrespectful. No, you can't do that, right? Rather, if you feel the child is being disrespectful, you will be calm. You will become thank you. You will become and find out what is making the child being disrespectful. Meaning you have to go back and recheck yourself.
Yes.
By
But how many
our
people are willing to recheck themselves, Amajo? How many people?
you will retract and question yourself, what did I do? What brought us to this point? So by doing that, it will push you for you to go and find out what is making you mad. Why are you talking like this? But nobody is asking why anybody is saying anything.
No.
Everybody is
Amajo,
just busy telling you you are being disrespectful. You are being
but from
disrespectful.
interrupt to comments, and I'm back. Why?
Yes,
And
I'm
another
coming.
says there's nothing for the youth in current average Ghana. Yeah, you are right. Ajua say part of the problem stems from the lack of willingness to learn, to grow and change. As we grow, there needs to be a push to adapt to more or different coping skills to function in any environment, to change our certain conditions. I'll see there's nothing for me when I visit Ghana recreation. Yeah, just imagine. It's true. And then you can't do like me. I can get up here and say, oh, me call her, me call her, me call her. I anticipate I have 3 or 4 places to stop by, and within a 2-hour period, I'll be done. Ghana, you can only do one because you are stuck in traffic for 3 hours. And
Yes.
I didn't read or see they can vision far and invest their resources in the people. They don't want to vision anything. Hello, Mamle, Tete. I say real talk based on our choices, decision making, and what we allow into our lives, my dear brother Nana Say Ventures. I'm a Joe Pacho to us now, same way, dear.
Yes, ma'am. Nobody is listening. I keep questioning why is nobody listening to find out why? Because me, my here who say, I said obi ben reduce obi bu be not a BBSC. BBSC. We are the people saying now for the why I dare not coming because for very long time it was never like that. Say, oh, be able to back up because penny do your final. But we are in a point whereby in Kola, Kola can summer before no monka.
Yeah.
Why is not paying for God to say, hey, and see, Nanka, and yet. In the days, I said nobody asking that. Everybody is busy talking about why and why there and now they are making things worse. Rather than solving, finding solution to the problem, they are making things worse. And now on the other hand, I'm getting sick of it because I have come to realize that you have no right to even tell somebody that the person is being disrespectful, but you question why. Find a reason why the person is acting that way.
Amajo, the thing about it is that this behavior, no, this pattern, no, it's entrenched in the system. When we were kids, when I was a kid, I grew up with it. And then you see grown-ups, people who were grown-ups when you were a child. Now they are grown-ups. They don't want to move so that you too will be a grown-up. They want to be in charge. I found it surprising. Mama Jamaica Assembly, I found it surprising, sir. When I went home, I don't remember which time it was. Was it 2006 or 2018? Medium in Kai. But all the people that I said were my mom's age mates. I'm called to say, but what is going on in Ghana now? All these people are old and they are still in the system working and whatever. Won't they retire and let other people come? Just that they feel like they are still they are in control and they don't want to let people. A lot of people, Amajomibo, a lot of people are there's pressure in like in the middle half, right? People in their 40s to 60s, no. And Penifoni come on, you feel people in their 70s, 80s, whatever, and they are still trying to control. They are not allowing, like there's no room to move. And
they are never accepting their mistakes at the same time.
Yeah. And like it's like, look, the culture is beautiful. Say, oh, respect opinion, and opinion is saying na say, but if it's not reciprocal, open, like give and take, open dialogue, how do we learn from each other? Every time Nakola is supposed to listen to opinion, the opinion for so they are going wrong. They've gone wrong very seriously. Let me read these comments. Now they are flying past. Or see, many only see others' issues and never their own, where they try to fix the impossible instead of working on themselves. And no. And Mamle said the interesting part with Ghana for me is even the president ignores the complaints and makes it unappealing to brag about being Ghanaian or say where you are from. Yeah, I'm a Mamle a Katasumu syndrome. Let me pretend it's not there. If I pretend and I don't answer, then it will go away. That's how they are. There's no new money coming into the system. The economy is not productive, and you see the results because Obiatin is also waiting for manna to come from heaven, or that family member that you took their picture to that church place where they are praying on them to bring you money. Which like if the money is not coming, it's like you know what? Like here, when you go into a classroom situation, let me see. Well, see, I feel rage. Unfortunate to say the truth. It's frustrating.
It is
I'm a
frustrating.
Mamle, that's how they are. What am I say? Even our parents, they don't want to listen. They are stuck in their mode. And I say, I have my life. I have the way I think. You are not going to change that. Me too, I'm an adult now. I'm managing my affairs because they don't want to give way. They have all the answers. Like think about it. How on earth, okay, if somebody has spoken against you, how would people who say they are penny for go and take a goat and be slaughtering it and cursing somebody? Where are we
That's the
going?
area in addition. They were dirtying the place they don't clean. They don't sweep. They're rather throwing egg at that place, throwing the meat at that place.
You know something? But let's refocus here. Like what I'm saying, they say into this respect thing. What have we learned? Let's bring it to us. No, I mean us, what we have learned and how we deal with our children, so that if somebody is hearing this, then they'll get some, or see, because there's nothing new. Because like in these environments, a little child in the classroom from kindergarten, they start to teach them critical thinking or how to analyze things or negotiate into, like when the child is talking to you, I'm a join our kind of saying, I was coming there now the point now, it's like the child is taught certain things. They have to start to learn to manage their emotions. Not that kids are kids, they will melt down and do whatever, but on the whole, no, classroom situation, discipline, no, they know there's expected rules or norms of behavior, and only they know. If it's not enkoye, but no there. Like Amajo, I saw something today on Facebook. I was just me shading and me say, no, not Facebook, in some group. I mean me shading, and I thought to myself, should I laugh or should I cry? Akolebi na wakofa book. I'm say school book or a textbook. A teacher busane say, are you going to study from this book or see on to me in kind, but may they connect? This is how the child was talking in the video. Bring that same child. I don't know if this child be a Ghana they be an so be already 11. I mean, bring that same child here a child from this environment. Or back at you send a textbook or swing idea from the quack.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
No. Nah,
Yeah.
No, that's not a toilet paper. So
Yes.
that's the difference. You
Yes.
see, it's clear. It makes the difference is clear to that child. They say, where you're funny, where it is, yeah, what you didn't. Into right away, I can't name there, didn't, but that's just a way in your papa. And if I keep saying, why I did not accent now? Yeah, I can't say you're paying for an old. Yeah, and I've been so me, you're paying, you can't question me. It's they are not questioning themselves to see where they are wrong. And this is the problem. I understand that I have to say you have every right to see your child that, hey, why this morning you were mad? Why were you mad?
Yes.
Okay. This morning you were not
Have a
happy.
dialogue.
Why? Something I do very often with my boys. My little one, or no, so they be sorry and call you happy, so they be on you happy. I have studied him to know so when he get up at times he's not ready to talk to anybody, and I have accepted that, right? But then again, I told myself, why should I even take it that it's normal? I don't think it's good. Me, I see myself in my little boy. I am like that. And I'm thinking he's not taking who I am. So of late, what I say is, tomorrow morning, I hope you will get up feeling happy. That is after we say our prayer going to sleep. You get up feeling happy, or you get up telling me, giving me a hug, or giving me good morning, instead of you being moody. I think I had to get control since I started doing that, So, may who say only excuse to get up and be mad again, because
Yeah. Why just
I
in the attitude? Why just in the attitude?
if
Actually,
you are doing
make a comment, Kakra. We have accepted mediocrity in Ghana for quite too long. Study history, when we always progress. They hadn't seen anything like that before. And you know now, Kano. Insults only trends on social media and not in reality. For example, no one will sit and listen to an audio or watch a video directed to him or her being insulted. And one, like, we don't study ourselves. I'm a student of history. Nanako says, just we are not willing to learn. Some points here, what you said, I'm going to look at Mamle Paul. See, they expect so much from you and they don't want to be held accountable. They feel like they're in charge, controlling behavior, domineering behavior. Oh, the thing is wrong. Like, how on earth, right? How on earth, like some decisions that a person may make, right? Some decisions that a person may make, like it's you ask yourself what was going through their mind. This doesn't look right. But you tell them, and then they go, what? Like, okay, talk about a nation. A nation should have a development plan, right? Have you heard of any stories of have you heard of any stories of what kind of, like a country like France, a president comes and then the old one was doing some projects and then they just leave it. But and now there's buildings and these are penny for thinking this way, and they say they are penny for, and the young people can't tell them anything. There's no continuity in the system. If there was a broad development plan for the whole nation now, when you come, you pick up from wherever the last person left off. We have hospitals, like all these things, and people, we don't see anything wrong with it, and we continue to say, oh yeah, now the end who didn't penny for them, and why you say, like, it's not working. It is not working. We are so unproductive. We are not growing as people because we don't focus. There's, like, things like life skills, personal growth. Yeah, they should be in the school curriculum so that they teach people to believe in themselves. Because even if you are not getting it in the home, but even parents, they should do a better job. Because I draw a comment and I make us was there are a lot of traumatized people all around. We did not know how to express ourselves, and when you try to express yourself, you were squished down. Oh, mwawano enyeshi yedin woho. Quiet, it's okay now. Oh, na way now. Oh, yes, say, what is this? Don't be like that. Like, even when you express some sentiment, yeah, they find it so strange. So yeah, call a bonnet to even let your mind expand that far. That's what came into your mind. Hey, but we don't want to acknowledge our feelings. Like, we've all stuffed because now they wake up crying. We are so harsh. We don't know how to be soft with ourselves. There's no compassion, there's no empathy. You can't talk back. Akopani kasa, that's it. No penny no penny no do ko wuomu ana udinachi. Like, where are we going for people?
Auntie, I don't know when I came to realize the word "he who much is given, much is expected from." But I think the moment that word sank into my mind, that whatever is given to me is expected from me, I feel like I have to work towards that, because that is my duty. That is what is expected of me. So I have to, because I got a chance. But the people that much is given to, once you expect much from them, they get back to attack you. Why are you asking much from us? But that is the word. Something I don't get. So, Mama, you were so right on that point, that they expect much from you, and if you ask, you question them, no.
They want you to just bob your head and say yes to everything they say, but they can't be questioned, and it's too much. It's too much. Because, like Amamle say, look at the types of platforms that we're attracted to. We're not interested in growing. Like, sometimes you go on Facebook, you see something suddenly that, or maybe say a radio station or whatever, some platform you are following, and you see a notification. Opening their mouth, and you look at them for 2 minutes, you go, what? And then you close, you shut it off. I'm like, what is wrong? Is that all that we are good for? Is that all that we know?
That is the traumatization.
Well, the world has left us behind. I know they are catching.
That is the traumatization other one is talking about. I have been firm on this one, that we have been our generational trauma. historical trauma.
Mm.
It's causing Ghanaians. It's a lot. Until we go back, strategize a little bit, tell ourselves that certain things must be put in place. Never had them because
I
trauma is
see a
a
wild west.
historical one. Yes,
Mm. Mm.
it's there and it's killing. It's
Hello,
killing.
Belinda. Welcome. Good evening. It's
Until
very
something
serious. I don't
until
know.
something is given, nothing will work because a whole lot of things happen and goes wrong, and a lot you'll be shocked that the laws doesn't seem anything
So
wrong with it. And then I'm
yeah,
standing there and I'm like seriously, like really, you know?
Amajo. So like what I was saying, okay, like I grew up in Ghana and then I moved here. Now I've had children here. I have grandchildren. So
Mhm.
am I having that same relationship that I had in Ghana with my parents and whoever were there
No.
with my children? No. Over here, they are taught, um, they are taught, and when I make a critical thinking, they think for themselves. When you do something and it's not sitting well with them, they will tell you, not in a rude way, but the way you will hear it, with your Ghanaian mind, you think that the child is being rude. And so no, like I'm a when a branch and they say one train which kind of water that you wanted
Okay.
on carbon. It's not because you didn't say so see ice water. No, I'm so no coffee, but no, so you didn't specify. And the end,
Yes.
because I call a bonnie, what we want now to what they say. But think about it. Did you tell him which kind of water to bring you?
Oh, I
You
did,
didn't.
which was true.
Yes.
Which was true. Me say,
Yeah.
yes, my voice, I can give thick and taste. Me almost so dead, to say, I am back and forth. In
Mm.
the teacher me say time and also, oh, you said we have to be on time. I was telling you how my son refused to pass the main door simply because
Oh,
I
okay.
told him we have to follow the rules. I told you that, right? When the weather was so bad and the back door was closed, instead of him to take the front door, see there be, mommy said we have to follow. You see, after say come with him more aka. Obi ani ama wa anything so be yare. I'm still standing at where I stand. So be
China.
yare no one want to do a becky or na yare no echo a becker switch now. Our people should get it. Our people should just get it. It's simple as that. Finally, I'm main column no matter no more and all we hear is move there and move there. Like
Ajua,
what for so long for
Amajo,
you
Pacho, me bo, Ajua, I've sent it. Why?
you
No, can't.
you some of the at the bono craft fluent.
Yeah, well, you
You
know
keep
something, Amajo, values, the downside of how we were raised, is not helping some of us here. That's why we are so timid that we come into these environments, we are not even able to explore the system and find out what can work for us. We are afraid to take a phone, the same behaviors, and yet like, your child, you can tell them something, they can decide to take it or not. What are you going to do? They are adults. Sometimes your children will make certain decisions that are not the right decisions, but at a certain point in time, you say, hey, it's your life. I also need to have my life. Do you get what I mean? Like our parents, they want to hover and be hovering and hovering, but me, from being in this environment, I'll say, hey, you know what? It's you. You do what you feel is best for you because me, I've done what I've come to do. I can guide you, but you take it or leave it. Leave it. If you don't take it, you live with the consequences. If you take it, that's up to you, but you leave them to think and make their choices. But even still, there are still people here that their children have this huge potential, but because of their own fear, and see, ebi a obaka so okoye bibi IT niema nase or yo nkoye we did a fraud, we did to say, then you say all kinds of things. Because meanwhile, you yourself, you haven't taken the time to explore anything. You are sitting in one place because who your penny, oh, Medi 45. Can you think? Yes, I can. I do. You have to, like,
Auntie, I only
mhm.
me ba first no me first born no beginning now the little cause oh that I don't really care about pack or anything, right?
Ade ade.
Oh, I said so oh yeah, oh pack like say yeah baby oh I shut down for oh need the cause it is make a pack na kasa me need the cause when it's a pack they pack. But me starting yeah when somebody they make a pack no. And I'm here so oh yeah he coming from Ghana no pack no there na why just two once but see so any merry go round the pen income.
Mo ni sika.
It be two
Ohia krom.
just two these two nana meaning from but maybe do who say oh yeah well baby I climbing who say climbing your channel song climbing baby yeah kind of fast here baby
Mhm.
or just different types it
Mama
is
Joy,
semi could not
yenko break mra why. We are the
okay.
half hour. Yeah, my some minutes too. So we are back again. The book is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. It's in bookstores. Get your copy. You will be blessed. It's an amazing book. It's a wonderful book. Ama Joe can testify, and whoever else, all the ladies on the platform who've read the book, rush to Amazon and write a review, please. Thank you very much.
We are
Okay,
rushing to do
so
that now.
we're talking about respect. Where is it? Is it a one-way street? So what can be done? This in this African culture, me, the Amihune said the elders, no, they get away with everything. You can't
Mm-hmm,
talk back to them. You can't express your feelings. Lack of
mm-hmm,
communication skills. They don't entertain you communicating with them. They
yeah.
they don't have empathy, and the cover-up syndrome, katasumwe muasono, is what is going on. So how do we get, when is there going to be a dialogue where they will accept that, hey, you know what, there's a whole pool of human resources, because that's our Ghana, the youth. There's
Mm-hmm,
people here that we can tap into to help this country move forward. And yet, because of respect, cultural, archaic cultural norms, we don't listen to people. All we entertain are sycophants, people who are just coming to for no kofio and whatever. And they'll come and tell you lies and you believe them. The people who speak the truth to you, you don't like it. And this is how
yeah,
we are. Hmm.
yeah.
What do you have to say on that?
Auntie, our education system needed drastic change.
Hmm.
And that change is not going to come from only the students, but teachers have to rebrand themselves. The teachers training college have to come with a different syllabus, with how
Mhm.
they have to, children have to be teaching. And I think it can change automatically like that, as we are saying it to be, since we have come a long way and there wasn't anything. But what I'm saying is uh, there should be a whole lot of change in primary school. Let's start from kindergarten to the primary level, where they have to be a course. Because I remember there's so much course you have to do if you have to work with children. Something I don't think is happening in our place in Ghana. if certain things can be put in place, why little ones, the generations coming, they are my main focus, because we have seen what we have to be. But the coming ones, if we want change to happen,
Hello, Ajua.
the change must come from those that are
I
coming.
see those gleaming white teeth. Sorry, Amajo. Kawasem.
You see, until that change is put there, until we have changed our way of say, there's certain arrangements in the classroom alone have to change in Ghana. More people know it should be a cycle. It should be a cycle where yet a cycle round. You know, certain things must change. Until these things are changed, until this change is there, once we keep saying, okay, we are changing this, it has to be a gradual process. It will not come at once. But before then, I read somewhere that lack of boundaries invites lack of respect. So you see, if we are lacking those boundaries, we will not, we will not get to where we are getting to. But I think social media is actually doing wonders. One way or the other, they are listening. So that change that we see, it will happen. Let's Ajua other talk. Hello, other one.
Yeah, Ajua.
Hello, my knowledgeable, beautiful sisters. Hello, Sister Sage Williams. I'm going to say, Obesima.
Hey, Ajua.
I was like, to say, me personally, almost say, many warning, me comments, maybe I have to hold it.
I have been here for a whole month. I haven't commented for a whole month.
Hey, how much still?
Hey. I guess when you speak your mind and the truth now, a lot of people don't like it.
Yes,
right? Yeah, most of the time, no. Some people, when you speak about certain things now, they think that you're talking about them, but you're not talking about them. You're just speaking the mere truth, right? And then you have people go and flag this and that, but then you see some videos on social media and which are not beneficial to me personally, and it's not being flagged, right? So that goes to show you how dysfunctional many people are.
Well, there you have it.
I greet every single one of you. I love you guys. I'm sorry, like I am so tired. My mind is like elsewhere.
But this is the problem that we have, right? Like, why is if we were taught, how on earth do you go about thinking that somebody has put something out there and then they are talking to you? If you are open-minded, broad-minded, no, yeah, BB power, why would you go and why does it bother you?
But you know what? And that's part of the problem. It's like, okay, I am afraid to speak the truth. But those who speak the truth, I don't like them because they're bold enough to take that risk. And then I can never measure myself up to them. So why should I have them shine? It's like, with our community and society, if it's not me, I'm not going to allow you to succeed.
Well, right? That's too bad, ain't it?
You don't want to do it. But then when someone is willing to do it, it's a different problem for them. But in every situation, how do we say it in our native language? Not everybody has been an adult, but we all have been kids, right?
Yes.
Many of us have many of us have gone through some traumatic events, being flogged for unnecessary stuff, being lied on. So many, you have parents cursing their own children, right? Parents, being selective with their children.
Belinda, so my dear Lord Jesus, Sister Ajua, this is very sad.
No, right, Sister Belinda? So like every situation that we go through, there has to be a reason behind it, right? But one thing that some of us have learned abroad, and especially when you take, psychology classes, you recognize that our mind is fragile and it's coming. It don't matter how much damaged good you are. If you are willing to deprogram yourself, to learn, deprogram yourself and reprogram yourself, you can start out afresh. It don't matter how bad you've been. But many of us, we don't want to do the hard work. We don't want to do the hard work, but we want to enjoy somebody else's hard work, right? We point fingers, we give blames, we give excuses, and then, we compare ourselves with others. We compete unnecessary competition. Whereas, like we spend so much of our time doing things that will not be beneficial to us, right? And then we have so little time to enjoy life. So, like, what are we in this world for?
We are busy being bitter and envying people and fighting each other instead of focusing on our own selves, respecting ourselves, respecting others, giving people their space to be themselves.
That's right. And that's the problem. We are our own setting condition. We are our own problems. And until we each will make a decision to work on ourselves, it don't matter. We can bring the abroad food to our country and bring our people to America or abroad. The same thing is going to happen. Because the mentality is still there. Because I'm expecting Sister Amma to make my life happier, right? No. Meanwhile, I can't do that on my own. I'm expecting God to bless me by dropping money from the sky on my lap.
No.
And not
going your hands to work.
Yes. I'm expecting God to bless me, or like, the government to, like we have so much. Every single one of us have a part to play. But respect is not one-way street. It's a two-way street. And it's so sad that our culture and tradition has kind of like limit us and suppress us from a lot of things, because and that
wrong interpretations of it.
Yes, when one does wrong, right? If an adult is wrong, we can't have a child, knowing that the adult is wrong. So the child is going to be the guilty one. The adult is going to believe it as it is, right? But I learned, my mom was telling me something. She was like, I remember growing up, one of her uncle did something really inappropriate and very bad. And her mom was like, I need you to go in the room because what you did is wrong. You shouldn't disrespect your elders. And she said she went in her room so pissed off. And then later her mother came and explained everything to her, like, not knowing, because her mom took a long time. And she was like, she knows I'm upset, so she's not coming to talk to me because I'm going to get on her and stuff like that. When her mother was outside, she was in another room speaking to the adult. And the mom gave the adult a fair warning. The next time you touch my daughter behind, I'm going to, So my mom didn't know, right? And my grandmother came and explained to her, like, when situation happen, it's best to split the both of them up and speak to each other separately. And at times it's not fair for the children not to see that, because sometimes you do have some children who will go above and beyond because you did this and, you were told this and that. So I'm going to take advantage. The next time you tell me something, I'm not going to listen to you because you did wrong, right? So it's like they look at attitude, but that's wrong. It's still wrong. You know, wrong is wrong, right is right. But our society, it seems like we have put ourselves in a rabbit hole, and we can't get ourselves out.
Yes.
And every time when something happens, instead of accepting our wrong and taking accountability, we have to blame someone because it's accepted in our society. Because Sister Amajo can do everything right. Ajo Odo can do so much wrong, but I'm still going to be able to find a way to make people dislike Sister Ama.
Yes. That is how we are.
It is. Sister Ama, we can't hear you.
I'm saying, that's the thing. Lack of respect everywhere. Nobody is listening. If you put yourself out there, you think, yes, I'm here, so my saying is final. It doesn't work like that. And I have been saying that, I've been saying that. They say things that worked for us back then. That was then. Now is now. Can we forget how then was and concentrate on how it's going now? We don't want to accept that we are in a new era. Some people keep saying that it's no, that was it. That was it.
It's a no 19th of the whole. So okay, now we've talked about the problem.
The comparison and the unnecessary competition. Sister Ama, I'm telling you, some of the problems, we can name them. I'm telling you, the pointing fingers, blaming game, excuses, raising, comparison, foolish races, all of them above. Brother Nako say, I don't know this or Henny Davido.
I keep hearing his name with Trini Jonas, but I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is. I mean, to say, like, I'm on social media, but I'm very selective of whom I listen to, who I like. There are some people that a lot of people like, they are role model, but for me, I don't see them to that level. So I don't even take time. I don't take 2 seconds to watch that person. Once the name pop up, I'm looking elsewhere.
Wow.
And that's just me. I don't promote negativity because, for instance, if I see a video of someone insulting me,
why would I
for me to have the intelligence that I have, I'll be damned to sit there and watch someone insult me, because then that makes me stupid, right? So nobody is going to sit and watch a video of them being insulted. So on social media, you might be big and having a lot of supporters, but then in reality, nothing is being done, because the person you sending the message to is not listening to you insulting them. So let's do things differently. Effective communication. How can we best get the leaders and people around us across the world to hear what we want to communicate to others, for us to start developing?
Yes.
There cannot be.
So you answer that question so that we use it to wind down. Then Amajo to give your, because we've talked about the problems. See, we need to hit on some solutions, and then let's wrap it up in 10 minutes.
So it's like, we need to find effective communication, effective way, productive way, being proactive. Okay. Organizing people who can really speak up and speak the truth without insult, and also come up with a list of things that are not working and a list of things that are working, and how can we do things differently? Because if I'm talking about galamsey, right? What can I contribute to dealing with galamsey? I can't just come and talk about it and expect people to do the work. I have to contribute at some point, right? So when are we going to, as Ghanaians, we're going to stop doing more talking and coming up with
Which
more
one?
solutions and helping develop the country? Because in abroad, people talk about, oh, America, we if you have one child, four children, you get 1,200, right? Yes, it's true. I get paid bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks I get paid. Every 2 weeks the government take $849 point 49 cents of my paycheck every 2 weeks. That's somebody's paycheck. In a month they take out
1,600.
1,698 point another you
Yes,
have eight and 0.98, right? And then at the end of the year, I file for income. When if you calculate that by 12 months, that's over 20,000. But at the end of the year, when I file for income tax, at times I hardly even get $1,000 back. So what happened to the 19,000? It goes into Medicare, Medicaid, fixing the road, and doing so many other things. Women's program, WIC, getting WIC check, and so you have people come and talk about abroad the government does this and this, but the citizens are contributing to what is being
Yes.
developed. So when we speak about the good things, speak about how it's being earned. Don't just give pieces, snapshots of what is working and what is not working. I think that's what some of the problems, lies. So a lot of people, they speak like they speaking the truth, but they give a snapshot, and that really annoys me. Don't give snapshot. You want the truth, speak the truth, and don't deceive other people, because people back home, they don't know how the system abroad works.
Correct.
But we have to be respectful. Adults needs to respect children. Adults
Children.
needs to listen to children, because there are some children, they have a lot of wisdom, and we have some adults
Yeah.
that don't have no wisdom at
They don't
all.
have it.
So we have to be able to educate each other, listen to each other, and support each other when people are doing the right thing. We shouldn't condone insult and disrespect, because that will not fix anything. To fix the country, the people within also need to fix
Change of heart, change of mind.
it, because you can't
Yeah.
fix the country. I saw a video. Did you see it, Sister Yatobra, of the ambulance?
Oh, me who picture no, but I didn't really watch it. It'll be the swas meant and not BB.
Yes.
Because
So that should sums up what the point I'm trying to make.
but this is the thing. All we are taught. Which platform were we saying this on? Was it Sunday? Yeah, Kase. We are just raised to think only of ourselves. Oh, we'll go school, no man, because we'll go school, but now we don't. Oh no, it was on Clubhouse. We don't think about how to help other people, help your nation. Then me John F. Kennedy kind. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So,
Right.
yeah, we have it so wrong. Well, the mindset, we're just all about ourselves. There's no national interest, no national identity. It has to start from school. Patriotism, love of country, love of say. And yami Ghana and ina fe unam hona. Oh, Ghana for attended oh, we like the we say no anymore guasi. But we need to redeem ourselves. We need to redeem. Amajo, you go. Your closing
This
thoughts.
is where traumatization comes in. This is where dramatization comes in. I will repeat myself by saying lack of boundaries invites lack of respect. That's how it is. And that is how it's going to be until things are being programmed in place. I am not in support of people insulting and thinking that's how it should be. But the difference between the people that are talking now and people that do not see the reason why they are talking is simply because these people that are talking, they are coming out of a system whereby they think that whatever it is that is being done is okay. Now they came back to a situation where they realize that, oh my, knowing things are not doing this way. Okay? And since the only way right now is everybody that have access to video and listen and talk have to talk, that is the way now. And the only way it can sink for other people, for them to realize that, oh my, so it's not like this. It's them talking. So if insult comes mixed in, that is simply because the mistake starts from somewhere and wasn't stopped and it continues. And because of that, the boundaries has been broken. It's as simple as that. These people will start talking when they see that a lot of people back home, just as you made an example, that ambulance is not being used for something else. When I saw this, I blame the system. Somebody is blaming you. See, your customer was super to that be Nipa no tree ambulance. They don't know about Susabaya. Oh no, it's a military ambulance. Okay. Or be second as a match, not many 20 in front of me book. So because ambulance as a Tetiana made Jenny Crampo and one make this is what has been done. You know, She sees nothing's wrong with it. And just a walk away from you now. Who can channel? And I'm with you. Because the brain, I'm telling you, the brain, oh, an ambulance for credit. That is who we are. And you mentioned another one. You mentioned about trauma. This is our trauma. So
we don't deal with our issues.
They only now see it. Yes. So they only see. Many will look and you sitting here. We have already seen a difference between what is happening. But those in there don't know. They don't see anything wrong with it.
Because people around them are not saying nothing.
Yes. Onim. I'm a draw round the up.
Yeah, if you are sick, a better medication for you, your antidote is not given to you. You will still be there. So those that are talking, they just realize that it's about time we talk. That is why they are talking.
Oh my God.
Jimena Dokro. You know something? What I'll say is this: just idea, the way it is right now, we need to wake up as a people. Nyame boy, my adwene. We have to use this mind. There's lots of, it's so sad, say Ghana for your chrome for go outside with all their skill set. People like both inside and outside should be involved in building the nation. So because of our lack of self-confidence, our mindset has to change. Respect is not just about say akola always bowing and scraping to a penny. Akola, so their time is now. When are they going to enjoy? When are they also going to look? You can't say the sample Macron. He's in his 40s. Obama was in his 40s. I said, young people, you need young dynamic. It's not every time status quo. It's not helping Ghanaians. It has not. It's full of lies. What do you call it? We don't speak truth.
Manipulation.
Corruption.
Bribery.
Yes. We have to start from somewhere, and you have to start from the young ones coming up. We can't continue to function this way. And then,
Sister, me pato. One say every time piano, say aban di biba, nasa anko ya aban ni lemono. Cement na omo park egu eyinum no. Yesi aban enye na dwuma. Enso ewo krofu froso. Enti no kro na ewo so no ne district na ewo so no. Who is in charge of it? That person is not being reprimanded. So sometimes yebeka asem na yemfa no kra nto baby that near holding the right people accountable because BBA the best aban.
Are the structures working?
Exactly.
Money real.
No, if we don't hold each other accountable now, nothing will change. Because it says because it's a wunam krom No, I saw where you na kepu no na mo the cement na MSC. I mean, can you imagine? Na say bia obi da hospital
Or
won
Yari.
go transporter. Na won nam ko deliver cement no. Enu time I won ko no that couple seconds. Na nipa na a problem.
Yeah, I don't, you know, so like respect, no, it starts, you look, respect there as what the message can say be made to me who poor. Respect is earned. What am I saying? Yeah. And
That
you know,
was way in the beginning, so you have to
yeah,
go all the way back up.
yeah. Respect is earned. And yes, oh sorry, Anna, oh yeah, penintina me bebu. It's like, yeah, respect is earned. One has to be respectable to be respected. My Betty, so now you no regard for anybody. You see, listen, I was looking at a video of Boris Johnson. It's an old video, but of course, store. BM say he went to an Armenian store, Afghani store, be or London or on a bike. So, and they are all chatting with him. People will be saying a question. Oh, you said you do this. How come you haven't done it anymore? You know, in the bike lock or so, bike. No, go for so buy Boris and go for whom cry and need to cap pictures. Let me see where. Yeah, African leaders or because store by himself. Or he will have a convoy of 20 cars. Waste in Kwani.
Parents.
Yes. And you know, like respect, you know, it's like the system is becoming choked. And people are angry, people are not happy. And yet these people in Pennyfono, they refuse. I call them the old guard. Just a chain no being somra. Train make a leadership. There should be a leadership, your leadership 101. Member of parliament, or to hold him the oil, and so I represent you. Don't speak about respect, no, you're basic. No.
It's sad. It's really sad.
And anyway, we are winding down. Just a respect, you know, the society has to change, and it rests on us. It has to start from the basic level, individuals in training, no, and penny for it has to. It's like from the grassroots up, and then from the top down too. It goes both ways.
That's right.
You are not going to tell us that we should respect you and you don't respect us. I know none of that. None of that. We have to do better as a people. And we have to be willing to change ourselves. Yet all these, just think about it. What by we are seeing the DNA, this kind of behavior. So media will be measuring. What do you want as a people? Who are you as a nation? What is your identity? Yo.
This time obi oha nani da ho pa because onim see society no ye beka say excuses no reasons na dey but they traumatized. We all been traumatized. But some of us
got over it.
We all been traumatized. So Ghana you have been traumatized.
Oh yes. I'm a Joe. Me and me and I've been traumatized.
Yes, I have been traumatized, but you got the opportunity to learn from it. You got the opportunity to learn from it. If somebody else having got the opportunity to learn
what
from
is
it,
different? How am I different from the next person? They also have to have that willingness, expand themselves, and willing to change.
No, ma'am. The difference is you and you who is ready to change. That's the thing.
I have a lot of cousins in Ghana. I have a lot of cousins in Ghana. They have education. Because of education, they think the same way that I think. So being in Ghana, being in abroad, yes, we have a lot of opportunities. But at the same time, we also have people in Ghana, born and raised in Ghana, that have made opportunities for themselves. So we need to stop with that.
It can be done. We should stop the victim mentality. Yes. Anyway, I see a trust later. Thank you, ladies.
Everything
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Don't just
Amajo, ya
Sama,
can
understand, but
be
one love, one love.
ya can
Yeah,
be yedi
one
echi a
love,
yebet
guys. Mwah.
yedi echi a yebet write my
Then
reviews,
I'm
please,
cancel.
girls, ladies. Write my reviews. Amazon. You know, Amajo, we'll leave it here. We've said a lot. We've said a lot, but there has to be a
yeah, for
willingness on
sure.
the part of our people for change to happen. And it starts by respecting yourself and then expanding it
I
outwards to
agree,
others. It's a
mommy.
two-way
Thank
street. It's never a
you. Yeah.
one-way street. It's a two-way street. Elders respect children, children respect elders. I don't live by that
Respect
mode
others.
anymore.
Yes.
That's not how I run my family. That's not what's happening in my family. It's a two-way street. Respect has got to be earned. If you want respect, you have to give it. Don't think that people will just, if
Yeah.
you're disrespecting me, treating me badly, you think I'll hang around for you to continue to disrespect me. No, there's something
Yeah.
called boundaries. People need to start speaking up.
So continue.
People need to start speaking up and owning their truth. Don't put up with abuse. Don't put up with disrespect. You are valuable. Ghanaians, start placing value on yourself. Oh, Alethea. Oh,
Oh
thank you, Miss.
yeah, honey, you are.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We've dissected as best as we can. I'm sure there's lots more we could have said, but hey, we'll come back another time. So we'll see you on Sunday with the Sassy Girls at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Times. Amajo, thank you so much. Alethea, sorry, I'm said just so
Very welcome.
confused.
Bye.
Mamle, Nanako say, Sister Belinda, Sister Joa, and who else am I missing? Oh, yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, Mr. Julius Ketekua Tiemo, thank you for joining us.